so I didn't expect this to happen. For those of you that don't know what's going on, I made a video on DoodleTones video on jar. When I made the video I didn't expect anything to come of it. Literally the next 3 days DoodleTones made a response to me and things immediately went downhill. This is the most backlash I think I have ever got for anything ever. After watching DoodleTones video, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be when I saw that DoodleTones was making it, but I still have problems with the video, and that's what I am going to be responding to today.
See this disown stamped clearly labeled in the thumbnail in bright red? Or see this description where I explain that I don't like this video anymore? Yeah? You see that? Right there? You see it? See this follow-up video where I explain that I fucked up? You see this video of Jar telling people to lay off me? Cool. Oh, and do you see this video posted 2 years later to explain how much I don't like my initial video with this comment from Just a Robot himself telling people to leave me the fuck alone? Why is it that Jar fans seem to have a hard time understanding any of this?
Yes, I am aware that DoodleTones disowned the video. I'm very much glad DoodleTones retracted false statements and admitted fault, but for those of you saying, oh DoodleClones, why would you bring this up after DoodleTones apologized and disowned the video? You're just bringing something she doesn't want seen. And to that I have to say that whether or not she apologized, it still happened and still caused waves in the community. If DoodleTones has truly learned from it, she should be perfectly fine hearing criticism of it even after the fact.
I don't know. But welcome to me screaming about my old video for the, 5th, 6th time? Maybe more? I've lost count. For those who are newer here and don't know this context, this is just a Sylveon, a Jar fan who found Jar's video on me last year, came to me to leave a bunch of destructive comments on various accounts, pretending to be me whilst at the same time leaving destructive.
So the first comments DoodleTones show are clearly just jokes. I don't see what's so destructive about them. So the context for this is that in the video, I commented on DoodleTones use the hypocrisy doesn't make you wrong argument, which has already been debunked by other YouTubers. Yet DoodleTones still used it in this video, which is honestly idiotic. I still don't see what's so destructive about it.
Comments like these.
So the context for this is that I saw 7 Omega's comment about DoodleTones and it showed me how awful DoodleTones really is.
I don't like rule. Just this once. In 2016, let me repeat. In 2016, Giancarlo Paramango made a list of 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world. Just a Robot made a commentary on that. I fumbled about and made probably what is my second worst commentary on that. Then Jar returned to sender by making a video on me, and then Sylveon makes one 5 years later.
I just wanted to show this because she repeats herself several times throughout this video. The video would be half as long if she didn't repeat herself. You guys watching my video may not think it's so bad, but trust me, this was a pain to sit through.
This is where I come in. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I do not stand by my initial video on Jar.
I have never claimed that you did.
This is not to re-spark the drama, though if this drama does re-spark, I'm going to absolutely blame this little idiot here.
So a person from the Neo-CC steps away from what they normally talk about to talk about Pokemon and fails every which way you cut it.
Political commentator decides to step away from doing what they normally do to talk about Pokemon, and fail every which way you cut it.
OMG, that's the thing I said, Lamo. It's like we're the same person or something.
Except, obviously, to literally everyone with 2 functioning brain cells, we're not. If we were, you'd know Just a Robot and I aren't on bad terms and haven't been in years. You'd also know what V Omega did to me and others as you—
That there was supposed to be DoodleClones the character talking. DoodleClones is well a clone. It's in her name. Also I've stated about what feels like 9,999,999,999,999,999 times. That am not DoodleTones. It even says that in my channel description, but I should have made that more clear in the video. What I should have said instead. It's almost like I'm your clone or something. This is my bad, I should have made that more clear. And I understand the conclusion DoodleTones came to. But I hope you understand now.
I will. But this is why I preface that these are not shots at Just a Robot. As far as I'm concerned, we chill, and I'll get back into that in my final thoughts. On that note, I apologize, Jar. By nature of this commentary, I'm gonna be responding to a couple of your points from back in the day.
Also, I love how she complains about Jar being edgy, yet 3 seconds later she turns around and talks about wanting to play dodgeball in traffic. I mean, can you even hear what you are saying?
I see you're also taking points from Jar's comment section as well.
I honestly forgot I even made that comment.
Hell, let's bring up a real-world example. Explode a Porygon in the Pokemon world and only the Porygon dies. Whereas in our world, 600 children will be hospitalized. Cereal?
That's not true. Porygon was not the cause of the flashing lights, he just happened to be in the episode.
That was merely a joke. A really tasteless joke. But a joke. Like, good God, shut up 2016 DoodleTones.
While I should have mentioned that. However, the joke wasn't accurate to what happened in the episode. Wait, repeat that last part.
The repercussions of killing a god that created the land we stand on is
That has to be the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my entire artificial life. Groudon created the land in the Pokemon world, not in our world. Do you even know what you are talking about anymore?
Yes, sir, miss. Actually, looking back at this retrospectively, I think I do.
Warning, the next part is so stupid. It might make your brain explode. I know mine did.
I just worded it like shit, and my point in general is kind of just an assumption. See, reminder that this is under the hypothetical that Groudon existed within the real world.
But the rules are if a Pokemon came to our world, not if they existed in our world. Stop changing the rules.
If he did, then that could make him the god of our land, because as you and Jar both said, he is the god of the land in the Pokemon world. Therefore, that translation could apply.
Yes, I am aware that Groudon is the god of land in his world. But in this world that he did not create the land. Let me give you an example to make this simpler for you. So Ra is the sun god in his world, but then he decided to go on vacation. And went to a different dimension. And that dimension was the Equestria dimension. Now guess what in that world? He is not the sun god. Celestia is.
Then it's only fair to take out unnatural solutions. Like, nuke Groudon. And sure, while destroying the world in that case isn't Death Star blowing up Yavin size, or whatever that fucking planet is, I don't know Star Wars, so all that.
What the hell did I just hear? Oh no. Not her. See, DoodleTones, this is what happens when you don't know Star Wars. Pathetic losers like this thing show up. No, don't, the nerds will destroy you. You're damn right I will. I will stab her 2,000,000 times. Susie, you struggle getting out of your bed. Just leave before you die from tripping over a pebble.
It doesn't change the fact that Kyogre can do a lot of damage to the Earth as it is. Try again.
Try again. Try again.
Hey, I get that you wanted to try and piss me off with using my old catchphrase against me as some sort of know you gotcha point and as a way to pretend to be me, but
Warning. This next point is so stupid. You might die if you hear it. I know I did.
On that note, math isn't my strong suit, so I'll be skipping the Mega Blastoise segment.
I take that back again. This is the most retarded thing I have heard in my life. It doesn't matter if math is your strong suit or not. What he is saying is so blatantly wrong. The said if Blastos's cannons increased by 50 could destroy the entire world. That's like say 1 + 2 exalts 34,956,432,987,400.
the reason I call this Jar's worst point is because I'm skipping something that I don't know, so I don't know if he was wrong about it or not. I presumed what he was saying was fine here because I would have no idea as to the grounds of his argument.
Kill me. This is probably the stupidest thing I have heard. Doodle, it doesn't matter. What he is saying is that if Blastoise's cannons increased by 50 could destroy the world. An autistic 15-year-old such as myself would have figured out in 2 seconds that is complete garbage. And am not very good at maths. But I think that might have to do with me being a clone of you. This only requires the most basic logic to understand. Yet you, a 24-year-old, somehow still doesn't understand. Jesus Christ. How much weed have you been smoking?
I'm not good at math. Jar obviously has a better grasp of it, so he's effectively getting out of my case for taking his word at face value here. This point never made sense to me.
This is a pet peeve I have with the NeoCC. Why do they have to announce every time they skip a part? Can't they just cut to the part they want to talk about? Here, it'll do it for you.
Imagine calling the SCC the NeoCC after 2017.
I honestly had no idea that even happened. I'm still going to be calling the NeoCC though, because I think that's a better name. And it also better tells of the quality, or lack thereof, of this community. Or I could call them my favorite name. Nothing.
A picture of me with sandpaper in hand.
Tones is a retard. Counter is at 4 now.
Good going. Sick editing. 10 out of 10.
Okay, yay. That was really stupid on my part. I did have audio that was supposed to be there, but I forgot to put it in. Celsius.
By the way, want to point out, Sylveon reposted this video from their AU DoodleClones account to their DoodleClones account.
I think this is the first time I have been referred to by name, so that's an interesting piece of DoodleClones trivia. The reason for this is, for some reason when I upload video on this channel, it for some reason uploads it onto my AU DoodleClones account. Also, that account is run by Susie, that creature you saw a while ago. So that might explain things.
Scenario power world could end, but the entire planet freezing? Yeah, I don't think we've covered that yet. Out of all the Ice-type legendary Pokemon, Kyurem is probably the only one that can accomplish that. During Black 2 and White 2, Team Plasma froze Opelucid City with the help of Kyurem and some technology.
Mr. Pokemon List guy, if the Pokemon needed outside help to do this, it probably couldn't do this on its own.
But that's the Pokemon world. If we've learned anything during all of this, is that the Pokemon world is a lot more resistant than ours. So I have no doubt in my mind that Kyurem could freeze our entire planet and end life as we know it.
The only thing we learned so far is that you're an idiot.
That's the only thing I have learned as well. You're one to talk past me. Okay, final thoughts time. DoodleTones, I know I may come across as an asshole to you, but I genuinely want to see you improve. You have a lot potential to get better. You don't seem like a terrible person. Oh, wait, well, forget that. It seems this dark path just gets deeper. Oh, and by the way, DoodleTones, this is just the beginning.
Oh joy! Can't wait.
I can't wait ever.
Spoiler alert, that video will too be driven entirely on spite and a vindictive hatred of me, probably because of what V Omega said about that.
What I was trying to get across with that statement is that I'm going to be covering more of your videos. Not that specific video. I still might cover it, but it won't be for a while. I'm going to wait until I am more experienced with commentaries to do so.
Video. If not what Kiwi Farm said about that video.
If you think what 7 Omega said was so bad, then why did you pin a comment, heart it, and reply to it saying how awful you are?
He's going to say that I'm trying to push responsibility onto everyone else due to one singular sentence within that video, and say that I wasn't being genuine because I haven't improved in his eyes, and started the video with a sigh, because apparently that invalidates all apology.
I never said it invalidated all apologies. I just said it's a sign of a bad one, and the reason most people think that is because there are so many bad apologies that have sighs in them. And the video I commented on is one of them. I'm going to be skipping DoodleTones' final thoughts because it's just her repeating herself. If you really want to fix the situation you are in, you need to be more open and honest to your fan base and communicate more, because if you antagonize your fans and your critics, that's only going to affect your channel negatively, and you clearly can't handle negative attention. You just need to stop acting like you're something you're not and stop lying about people, because in the end that's only going to come back and bite you. I want to make this 100% clear. I do not stand by my first video on DoodleTones. I'm just defending it from bad points. I was needlessly aggressive when I didn't need to be. So from now I consider this video and that video non-canon to my video series on DoodleTones. So my next video on DoodleTones is the real beginning. Wait, what's that noise? Oh no, it's them. Some of DoodleTones' fanbase left some comments on my video and DoodleTones' video on me. And let's just say there's too many gems to leave out. So let's have some fun reading the comments, shall we? This first comment was made by Dario Gil Reyes, who is someone I have quite the history with. Out of all the comments I could find, this is by far the best one. I actually had an argument with this person during the Toby drama. I could instantly tell that he was a Jor fan because he repeated the points from the infamous collab video, criticizing people who criticized Toby are ganged up upon, and Kai was being racist to harsh Direct quotes from his comments were, "I don't Toby has done bad things and she should say sorry, but some of it is not as big as ideal as people are making is out to be, and Akai and Omnia are just in-skulled leeches that can't take criticism." Sylvian was quite the character. He was civil, friendly, and goofy and sometimes and discoherent, blunt, and cruel at others, and he was always immature. However, I feel that it's important to say that Sylvian revealed to me that he was 14, and I think in another comment admitted that he was autistic. That's not to excuse his actions because wow, he can be annoying, but I just want to say that Sylvian is a literal child with a developmental disorder that impairs communication and interaction, which would explain a lot. Funny enough, he also commented on his rant vid stating that he became aware of you disowning your old vid, but stated if DoodleTones has truly learned from it she should be perfectly fine hearing criticism of it even after the fact, as if that's an excuse for beating a dead horse. In addition, I was an annoying PML fan when I knew him, and I want to apologize to Sylvian and Jar being spreading Luke's lies. However, this guy would also comment on my channel to bash Luke, and to link to drama vids, even though I said I wanted to distance myself from the PML drama. Sorry for the long comment and for mentioning dead drama, I just wanted to share my personal experience with just a doodle clone Sylvian AU. 1. I'm 15 now. 2. What? Kai said 2. Harsh was racist. He said that she couldn't talk about race because she's white. How is that not racist? 2. Sorry for annoying you so much. If anyone thinks I'm immature now, you just look at how I used to be. I was a really stupid kid. 3. I forgive you, it's not your fault. That was Luke's for spreading lies and misleading his audience. 4. Thank you for making this comment. I really needed it and that's me being genuine. You might not be able to tell because of my text-to-speech voice, but comment truly made my day. I hope we can put our differences aside and be better. The next comment is from Just a Robot himself. Want to hear something funny? This was something I got wrong and no one called me out for it. It wasn't 50%, it was 50 points. Which is even more stupid. Humans are the worst. Aren't they simpy? Dario Gil Reyes commented under this comment saying, quick question. Jar, what are your honest feelings about Doodle Clones, since he seems to constantly tag you and I bullies on Twitter, and also I think revealed what Junkie said about you. He revealed to me that he's 14 and autistic, so that might explain some things, but I personally think that annoying as he is, he's a literal child who is too impressionable for his own good and who holds his idols on too high of a pedestal. 1. You know the thing I said last time, now imagine that I said it again. 2. The reason that the tagging I bullies thing is because we seem to be friends, or at least seem to like each other. I bullies seems like I pretty cool dude and I care about him a lot. About him that also goes for Just a Robot, but I don't like what he did fault with his YouTube and Twitter icons. They look really ugly. And it's honestly really stupid that he believed John during 2 John Swan vs Stream drama over the most obvious lie in the world. I would read the comments on my video, but all of them say the same thing. To all of them I have this to say. Check the pinned comment. Lol. So you probably think it's over, right? Nope, there's still one more person I need to talk about. And I have been saving the worst for last. This is Halo Fan. I doubt anyone has heard of him until now. But believe me, after this video, you won't ever forget him. Won't ever.
All across the country, Christmas is a special time, and it can be even more special with gifts from Kmart, because you can save on gift ideas like these handy sale-priced products by Presto. Presto's Hot Topper Automatic Electric Butter Melter and Dispenser is just $16.88, and the Presto Fry Daddy Deep Fryer is now only $19.88. When it comes to America's favorite time of year, the place to go is America's favorite store, Kmart, the saving place.
I think I clicked on the wrong video. But Sylvian, you promised me no jump scares. Sorry, my lord. Something's telling me that I won't.
Hello guys, Hellfan here, and today's commentary is on DoodleTones.
So I've already been lied to. The game he is playing isn't even Halo. You had one job.
Anyways guys, let's begin.
So a person from the Neo-CC steps away from what they normally talk about to talk about Pokemon and fails every which way you cut it.
Now, okay, I know it doesn't really matter as to what video to commentate on, but I had to make an exception here. DoodleTones has actually disowned this commentary.
Okay. I don't care. Just because you disowned a video doesn't mean you can't still criticize it. And if that is the case, then I disown this video there. You apparently can't criticize me now, lol.
Really. And not only that, the drama for this commentary is now dead. It's been dead for 5 years now.
And Megan the defense in court. Sure, Judah may have killed 100 people. Robbed 200 diaper store. And nuked North Korea, but that happened 5 years ago. Get over it, you stupid. 20 years in prison.
Now. And honestly, this video is just borderline pretty much pointless.
You are correct, I didn't need to make the video. I just wanted to.
At best. Now keep this in mind. I know it doesn't really matter as to how old the video is. I know that. But the person disowned the video.
Well, which is it? Is it okay, or is it not? You can't have it both ways, my lord.
So this commentary is just pretty pointless, at best.
The commentator decides to step away from doing what they normally do to talk about Pokemon, and failed every which way you cut it.
OMG, that's the thing I said, Lamo. It's like we're the same person or something.
Well, that was a pretty pointless statement. Like, did that blink anything? No. It didn't at all, so it just makes it pretty pointless.
You know what? I said to DoodleTones. Now Megan, I said it here.
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Just a robot. You know what? I'm tired of doing videos on reactors and social justice warriors all the time. I want to take a break. Maybe I'll do a commentary on something that won't make me angry. Hey, what's this? 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world? Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Okay, this is going to seriously bother me if I don't bring this up here. I get it, you're trying to be a robot. That's your character, but the way you speak is grating.
She says. While having that voice.
It's as if you're a child trying to sound incredibly cool, but you wind up sounding more edgy than anything. It makes me want to play dodgeball in traffic.
It's always great when someone opens a video with ad hominem attack. Now I don't have a problem with ad hominem attacks, but here's the thing, DoodleTones does. In her video on Pikachu Gamer, she complains about him doing the same thing, yet she's doing the same thing to Jar. You're such a hypocrite. Also, I love how she complains about Jar being edgy, yet 3 seconds later she turns around and talks about wanting to play dodgeball in traffic. I mean, can you even hear what you are saying?
Okay, first off, she's actually not being a hypocrite at all in the slightest. And second off, you mentioned her commentary on Pikachu Gamer. Why? That video was old news. Like, can you bring up something that's more irrelevant?
Sure, I may have raped 1 million babies. And stole their diapers. But that's old news. I can't. You didn't think of that. Try again. Execute her.
Today I'm bringing you guys 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world. For further clarification, I'm talking about the actual destruction of the Earth, not humanity. And by Earth, I mean our Earth, not the Pokemon world.
Keep that in mind for later on, because that's going to be important.
You know you can audio duck that, right?
Care to elaborate on that? No, okay.
Right?
But I get what you're talking about.
Right?
Anyone wearing headphones just died.
Because I can tell you I'm unsure if you get it, as you'll prove later in this video.
No, you try again.
While, yes, the world of Pokemon is loosely based on our Earth, the logic and sciences between our Earth and the Pokemon Earth is not the most similar. I mean, hell, Pokemon trainers can be around Macargos, which are approximately 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is roughly hotter than the sun. I know you do bring this up later, but we're bringing it up now, for a lot of this list will be—
But maybe my cargo just does not want to burn her. In the anime, Ash tries to ride Ponyta but gets burned. But later in the episode, Ash gains Ponyta's trust. So when he tries to ride her again, he does not get burned. So it seems the fire Pokemon can prevent their flames from hurting people.
No, it actually can't.
Wow, that's the strongest argument I've ever heard. Can you counter other things like Ebola is a deadly disease? What the Nazis did to the Jews was terrible. Smoking is bad for you.
Pokedex entries because that's where the original post was kind of going off of, and that much is obvious as you'll see later.
The only thing I saw was a chain smoker in the making.
I didn't want to end with this one.
Electrobe? Really?
Nor did I want to lead with it, or put it in the middle. I know this isn't a top 10, but you always have to save the best for last, and I wasn't sure if this one was the best, or the worst.
It's the worst, dude.
You, gonna explain why there, friend? I mean, saying that Electrode is just the worst Pokemon to choose for this list without explanation is rather unfortunate. I mean, you must know something I don't. Inform me, because as far as I'm concerned, Electrode isn't even the worst Electric-type Pokemon for this list.
When Jar says the worst, he does not mean the worst Pokemon ever, he means the worst Pokemon on the list.
Yeah, she knows that this was actually a list. Hell, she even said it in the video.
This is probably fine in the Pokemon world since we've seen them explode many times without causing too much damage, but that wouldn't be the same in our world. You see, Electrodes store their energy under very high pressure, so when they explode, you can be sure they will cause great damage. This probably isn't reflected in the anime because it's a kid's show. Electrode are also very attracted to electricity, and the problem is, only a small shock is enough to set them off. Actually, its Pokedex entry in Omega Ruby states that during thunderstorms, you can see Electrode exploding everywhere, which brings me to my next point. One Electrode alone would not be enough to destroy the world, but if all the Electrodes started blowing up, they definitely could.
He doesn't say that about any other Pokemon on the list.
Okay, can you please explain that?
You're one to talk about. Not explaining things. Try again.
If every Electrobe's explosion was the size of a few megatons, then yeah, they could possibly destroy the world, but Electrobe explosions are the size of grenade explosions. If every single grenade on Earth blew up, yeah, it would cause quite a lot of damage, but nowhere near enough to destroy the world.
Evidence, please? I mean, the burden of proof is on you. I can't find shit all that claims Electrode's explosions are the size of grenades. In fact, what I can find is that Electrode's explosions are rather...
If you have ever seen an Electrode explode in the anime, you can see that it is the same size as a grenade.
We've seen a Pokemon...
Well, I mean, it's not really the same size as a grenade. It's not at all, actually.
Oh boy, I love having to repeat the same point over and over again.
World endure a lot of things, but one thing that almost destroyed it was the battle between this monster and its nemesis, Kyogre. I personally think that Groudon could destroy our world by merely being on it for a full day, if not less. This Pokemon is pretty much land itself, and what do we live on? Land. Volcanoes would erupt everywhere, earthquakes would be unmeasurable, and continents would break apart. You wanna know the scarier thing though? Groudon doesn't even have to go primal for any of it.
Well, if Groudon didn't destroy the Pokemon world, then what makes you think he can destroy our world?
Again, logic works differently in the Pokemon world. May I bring up the fact that Magcargo can be hugged?
Hey, remember what I said before. Now imagine I said it again.
I mean, in commentary, you have to repeat a point once, or maybe twice, and never do it again. That's the point of the commentary.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the gunshot.
Hell, let's bring up a real-world example. Explode a Porygon in the Pokemon world and only the Porygon dies. Whereas in our world, 600 children will be hospitalized. Cereal?
That's not true. Porygon was not the cause of the flashing lights, he just happened to be in the episode.
I mean, actually, it actually was the most important thing about that, actually. Because here's the thing. You know why all the seizures actually happened? Because the flashing lights actually did that in the episode. Well, the episode got banned.
God forget DoodleTones doing weed. I think this guy smoked an entire factory.
As he even starts to erupt volcanoes, America would just nuke him.
I mean, I could bring up the fact that Groudon is practically the god of land, bring up several hypotheticals that put you in an awkward position, or I could just take the easy way out and point to its Pokemon Emerald Pokedex entry where it says it just awakening this thing causes volcanoes to erupt. America wouldn't have time to just nuke Groudon. Also,
if monster movies are anything to go by, America would be all like kill him. Kill him at all cost, hit him with everything we have got. Wait, repeat that last part.
She didn't repeat the last part in the video.
repercussions of killing a god that created the land we stand on is...
Are you gonna say anything? No?
The pause was intentional. It was to show Doodle clones. Shocked reaction. That has to be
Okay,
the
there you
most
go, there you
retarded
go.
thing I've ever heard. In my entire artificial life. Groudon created the land in the Pokemon world, not in our world. Do you even know what you are talking about anymore?
I'm pretty sure she knows the difference about the human world and the anime world.
What's a ward?
flood god of the land.
This scenario would be similar to the one with Groundhog, except oceans will overflow, thunderstorms will cause massive damage, and tsunamis will destroy everything. Kyogre doesn't need to go primal for any of it either.
Now, I could use the same argument I used for Groudon, but I'm going to do something else this time. Earlier in the video, you said this.
I'm talking about the actual destruction of the Earth, not humanity.
Now, if the Earth was flooded, it wouldn't be destroyed. It would just be, well, covered in water. What even is your definition of being destroyed? This is my definition of being destroyed.
Large amounts of flooding can't destroy the Earth until it does. Storms can't cause damage until they do. Tsunamis can't do damage until they do. You know, it's just water. What harm can it possibly do? Until it does harm. But more to the point, water causes...
What sense when Jar say that IT couldn't do damage? He just said IT couldn't destroy the world.
Yeah, she was bringing up an example.
See kids, this is why you shouldn't smoke weed while making a video.
Not only issues to civilization. If you want to take out civilization issues, then it can cause issues with erosion too. It can also kill all the plant life out on Earth. If Kyogre fucking comes in with a flood, that wouldn't be out of place in the Pokemon Old Testament. And sure, while he breaks the rules of his own list, I'm not faulting you there. However, what I can fault you for is if you're only including natural issues.
Okay, I take that back. This is the most retarded thing I have ever heard in my life. The entire Earth being flooded is not a natural issue.
I mean, it is an actual issue. I mean, do you want to see people actually die? Or do you want to see people actually live?
This might be the easiest video I have had to respond to. I mean, you saw that, didn't you? You heard that, didn't you? Stay of the weed.
Then it's only fair to take out unnatural solutions.
Try again.
Like, you know, nuke Groudon. And sure, while destroying the world in that case isn't Death Star blowing up Yavin size, or whatever the fucking planet is, I don't know Star Wars, so
I'm gonna. No, don't, the nerds will destroy you. Hey Susie, quick question. Do you want to die? No.
Obviously, I can't really tell if you're joking or being serious in that commentary. I don't know, because you're using Speakonia. So, yeah.
It doesn't change the fact that Kyogre can do a lot of damage to the Earth as it is. Try again.
Try again. Try again.
Well, that was a pretty pointless statement. I mean, seriously, you could at least, I don't know, like I said once again, you could at least audio duck that. And if you audio duck that, it can make your point a lot better. So once again, yeah, that's what you need to do. So try again.
That note, math isn't my strong suit, so I'll be skipping the Mega Blastoise segment.
I take that back again. This is the most retarded thing I have heard in my life. It doesn't matter if math is your strong suit or not. What he is saying is so blatantly wrong. The said if Blastos's cannons increased by 50 could destroy the entire world. That's like say 1 plus 2 exalts 34,956,432,987,459,560.
In a way, her point was actually correct. That she wasn't even a math quest.
What's a math quest?
In the video. So, there you go. Also, what was the point of giving those math questions? Like, what was the point of that?
This is a pet peeve I have with the NeoCC. Why do they have to announce every time they skip a part? Can't they just cut to the part they want to talk about? Here, it'll do it for you.
Boo-hoo! The rest of the commentators are using skip screens, so what? No, to piss you off, I'm gonna use the skip screen myself, too!
What did I just witness? See kids, this is why you don't do weed while making a video.
Entire Pokemon universe. And if that legend is true, it can most definitely destroy our tiny world, along with our entire universe.
I do agree with this point, but I have a small question. Do you think if the universe was 50% smaller, it would be the size of a galaxy? Just asking.
Well, I'm glad you actually have some logic, and you can't really argue with a god that has shown himself to the world. However, what is with that random question at the end? Does it have anything to do with Carlos Mango or whatever?
I completely agree. Jar did that for no reason to say that. Why is there a My Little Pony in the background? Is in a clip that you conveniently edit out. Now DoodleTones, I am trying really hard to be reasonable in this video. For someone that constantly says things like taking things out of context or calling other people scummy. You just blatantly edited something to change what Jor said.
Okay, first off, she didn't call people scummy, or she didn't take lines out of context. So again, did you watch this video once? I think you did. So in other words, in the words of DoodleTones, try again.
Try again. Honestly, go fuck yourself.
Do you know how hot the surface of the sun is? 9,940 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's over 9,000!
But that's still not as hot as Cargo's body temperature, which is almost double at 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is obviously not a problem in the Pokemon world for whatever reason, but that wouldn't work here. Cargo could destroy our world just by being close to it, and that probably makes it one of the most dangerous Pokemon on this list.
Now granted, that would cause a lot of damage, but nuclear explosions are far hotter and way bigger than a few 100,000 Macargo.
Is it just me, or does that picture look like a fallen bowl of popcorn?
This does not prove Mango Man wrong, though. All you really do is imply nukes don't do damage to the Earth on their own. You don't prove the point. Macargo would practically hurt the Earth, seeing as it's approximately 2 times hotter than the sun, if my grade school.
The DoodleTones is a retard counter is at 4 now.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine, when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It's kind of weird how you just state your really pointless point and call it a retard. Like, seriously, how mature, dude? And you just went silent. It just went silent all of a sudden. It's really weird. It kind of feels like you just forgot to cut something out.
This is seriously the first good point. In the video, I'm surprised we have gone so long without one, honestly.
The Regigigas towed continents with ropes. And you know how people are. If they saw a Regigigas walking around, their first thought would be to attack it.
Excuse me, Mr. Pokemon List Guy, what are you on?
He was just stating a point, actually.
Our world could end. But the entire planet freezing? Yeah, I don't think we've covered that yet. Out of all the Ice-type legendary Pokemon, Kyurem is probably the only one that can accomplish that. During Black 2 and White 2, Team Plasma froze Opelucid City with the help of Kyurem and some technology. But that's the Pokemon world. If we've learned anything during all of this, it's that the Pokemon world is a lot more resistant than ours. So I have no doubt in my mind that Kyurem could freeze our entire planet and end life as we know it.
The only thing we learned so far is that you're an idiot.
That's the only thing I have learned as well. Me too.
Well, that was a pretty pointless point.
Even if your argument about the Pokemon world being more resistant than our world was correct, it would have to be a few million times more resistant. Here's the landmass of New York City, and this is the landmass of the entire Earth. You may have noticed that the landmass of the entire Earth is a bit more than 50% bigger than New York City. No, I'm not going to let that go.
So, the Pokemon world isn't more resistant than a human world. Huh, there's a specific Pokemon.
Was that poor wording on Jar's part? Yes, absolutely, but Jor never said that is wasn't.
See me poor wording on Jar's part at all in the video. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end this video off right here.
I'm going to as well. Now with my ending thoughts. I want to make this 100% clear. Are people like Jar, Dylan Thomas, everyone Doodle, have talked about, and even myself, worthy of criticism? Have we done a few bad things here and there? Yes. Some more than other. But basically every single person DoodleTones talks about, she make them look way worse than they really are. And she's lying on purpose. If anyone wants to say, I talk with DoodleTones, she seems genuine. Or talk with DoodleTones, she seems like a nice person. Yeah. A nice genuine person does not lie about someone coming. That they are harassing them when they aren't. And before someone says, well, how do you DoodleTones is lying? Maybe she's just making a few dumb mistakes. What effort has she made to correct her mistakes? Aside from Confessions video, which she didn't even bother making a new thumbnail for. And ones with the Nil vs Alt CC drama. Ever since her Doodle is cringe video, she has done nothing at all to correct her mistakes. Why? Because she's not making a mistake. She's blatantly lying. I wanted to respond to her, but she told me I just doing it for the Pokemon drama. Same with Jar. If you make a long video, she claim you're doing it for the Pokemon drama. And if you make a part 1 and a part 2, she will claim you're just doing it for the Pokemon drama. The only reason DoodleTones got popular is because she made a 24 videos on popular dramas. And she purely for views. No other reason. If you're still supporting DoodleTones After you watch this video, me ask you something. How many more people does she need to lie about for you to stop supporting her? 50.100. Give it 2 months and that will become a reality. DoodleTones only got big is because she talked about big dramas and repeated what everyone else said. And now that she's a big commentary channel, people think her word holds merit. And she's aware of this, but at long last, I am finally catching on to her bullshit. And pretty soon this doodle will be on death row. I can't wait for her to twist that into a death threat. I'll see you guys next time, bye for now. Oh, and Halo fan is YouTube Jesus.
Your friends